And welcome back to another episode here of Inside the Vault, a Carolina Panthers podcast. I am your host, Ryan Smith, as it is a Panthers victory Monday, 30-27 in overtime over the Atlanta Falcons to sweep those dirty birds. Ryan Fitzgerald, this is episode number 98. Ryan Fitzgerald 28-yard field goal as time expires to lift, well, technically not as time expires, but in overtime, expiring on the Falcons, lifting the Panthers to a 30-27 victory and going to 6-5 on the year. Bryce Young was dealing in this game, 3 touchdown passes, 31 of 45, 478 yards. The Panthers, it looked like Bryce was going to be leaving with an ankle injury, but he ended up staying into the game. Did not miss any plays. Baller, 448 yards. I'm sorry, rather, for Bryce Young there. Rico Dowdle, just 19 carries for 45 yards. Ted McMillan, 8 carries, or 8 catches, rather, 130 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. Nick Scorton, a big day on the inside for this defense, wrecking havoc. Multiple tackles for loss. Very close to many sacks. Derek Brown doing his thing in the middle. How about Trayvon Moehrig on the defense, that safety that the Carolina Panthers signed in free agency? He was all over the field. 11 tackles, 6 solo. Nick Scorton, 5 solo tackles, 3 solo tackles, 5 total, and a tackle for loss. Christian Roseboom, 10 tackles. Claude Charles filling in for Trevin Wallace, 2 tackles as well. Shout out to really this whole Carolina Panthers team, down 21-10 at halftime. It looked like it could be one of those days. And then in the second half, a switch flipped. It's like this was not Carolina Panther football. They come back and do their thing here in Atlanta to sweep their dirty birds. Michael Penix left the game with an injury. Kirk Cousins comes in. The Panthers said no problem, and they continued on doing their thing against the Atlanta Falcons. Because of this game, I mean, let's be honest, though. The Panthers' schedule is a gauntlet, number 1 in the NFL, toughest remaining. They have the 49ers next week on Monday Night Football, where there's a reunion with Christian McCaffrey coming. Not excited for that, if I'm being honest. Then you've got the Rams at home, going to be very tough. Bye at New Orleans, the return game. Obviously, I think they're going to have some revenge on their minds. The Panthers are with that dud against New Orleans. And then hosting Tampa Bay, hosting Seattle, going to Tampa Bay for the finale. So Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, 2 former quarterbacks for the Panthers. You'll see them last 3 weeks of the season. This is going to be a tough schedule for the finish. But this Panthers team, if Bryce Young, let me just go into this for a second. If Bryce Young can play in the shotgun spread offense, kind of like a point guard, and Canales calls the plays for him to do that, and Bruss trusts his receivers and the protection to get the ball there consistently, we are going to be in every single game. We may not win every single game, obviously, but we're going to be in every single game. This is what I think Panther fans were waiting for. We wanted to see Bryce Young, vertical, deep shots. Canales open up the playbook. Let's go. And Bryce was finally able to make that happen this year. After down the stretch last year, it seemed like you had so many opportunities last year where we saw Bryce and Canales open up the playbook, get fancy, and really show that Bryce can be the kind of quarterback that the Panthers will want to have long term. Because this was franchise quarterback stuff. This was. And that, I think, is what has been so maddeningly inconsistent for the Panthers, is that Bryce Young, as he looks really bad, or franchise quarterback good. I mean, there's no way to say it. He's either looked franchise quarterback good or not good at all. Just not a lot of in the middle. But I think this has been where we can find our footing if we're the Panthers. Can this team continue to grow up? Can they continue to play with urgency on both sides of the ball? Complementary football. It's going to be tough. This team is still young. They're still growing. Canales, Mr. Positivity, the Energizer Bunny, the Golden Retriever, whatever you want to call him. But this Panthers team is growing up before our eyes. I think they're going to do this. I think they're going to be in every game going forward. Starts with San Francisco on Monday night, which we'll have a preview episode for you later this week. But it just, even if whatever the Panthers record is this year, it's gotta feel good, guys. Beating Atlanta, sweeping them. It's gotta feel so good. Because it's the Dirty Birds, right? It's Atlanta. We don't like us. They don't like them. Or they don't like us. We don't like them. Jalen Walker, James Pierce, two Charlotte native guys that the Panthers were able to beat twice this year. I mean, come on. I mean, if you can't get excited for that, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Um, the Panthers clawed their way back from a 27-7 deficit in the first half. Tommy Tremble in overtime, 54-yard pass to Bryce Young. He was, I think, the third or fourth progression on that play. Was originally supposed to go like 6 yards or 7 yards probably, and it ends up going 54. Multiple broken tackles by Tommy Tremble. Many clutch defensive stops when it just looked like the Falcons might take control. The Panthers defense bended but didn't break, and we stepped up and we kept going, and we stayed in this game, and we pulled off the victory against the Falcons, and now we are in the division race. Absolutely. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to be a Panthers fan. It's exciting to be here as a content creator for you guys and giving this these podcasts like this. And so I'm just going to lay it out there. Obviously, we know the Panthers' weaknesses come this offseason. Need to upgrade at inside linebackers. Need some depth at corner. Need some more wide receiver depth. Need some more offensive line depth. In this case, some guys like Brady Christensen leaving free agency. Defensive line continue to add there. But overall, this team is trending upward. And from the Matt Rule days of 2020, early Frank Wright days of 2023, and then the end of the Ron Rivera post Cam Newton era, it's got to feel good that we're trending up, guys. It's got to feel really, really good. And I'm just excited to see what these last 6 games have in store for the Panthers. The Falcons are always been a game that have the Panthers and them always go down to the wire, and each team takes each other very seriously. And it just feels good to sweep the Falcons for the first time since 2013. Can't believe that I'm saying that. It just feels so good. This team wasn't perfect. Bryce still took a lot of sacks in this game. The offensive line continuing to have some trouble picking up blitzes and pass protection. Rico Dowdle and pass protection has got to get better as well. On defense, the missed tackles in the first half were a problem. They got those corrected in the second half, but that might come to bite them down the stretch. Need to see J.C. Horn travel with the number one receiver consistently with these teams coming up, especially guys like Devontae Adams, JSN. Mike Evans if he's back healthy, or maybe Mecca Ibuka for the Bucks. But at the end of the day, Panthers 30-27 over the Atlanta Falcons. Ryan Fitzgerald with the game winner in overtime. Glad to see the Panthers also kick the ball in overtime, not take the ball first, knowing that what they had to do in overtime. So good to see that decision by Dave Canales and company. But I was just most proud of the Panthers in this game. Bryce Young and Dave Canales trusting each other to open up the playbook, let him be a point guard and distribute. The defense flying all over the place. Derek Brown and the boys leading the charge there. J.C. Horn had a bounce back game from his game against the Saints. Couple of ticky-type penalties, in my opinion, called on J.C. Horn, but that's football. It's going to happen sometimes. But I'm excited. I hope you are too. This has been Inside the Vault, a Carolina Panthers podcast recapping the Panthers' 30-27 victory over the Falcons. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in.